there, you're welcome to another edition of Senior Citizens. We have an expert here, an ICT expert, who is going to do justice, to this topic. Effect of cell phone usage for the aged and the elderly, in the society. I think I love that. Yes, I have Mr. Godswill Age here, an ICT expert, who is just going to take us through that today. How are you, sir?
Hi, good morning.
Hi, I love this. I love the smile.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, it's good day to you, sir. Now, we want to talk about the usage of cell phones in the elderly. Do they have to use it at all? Then, even if they use it, what are the precautions, they have to take when they use it? Because, so many things do have disadvantages and advantages.
Okay. Great to be here. So, first, the usage of cell phones, especially amongst the elderly. While the advent of cell phone has actually affected society in so many ways, even the elderly. So, cell phone has a lot of uses. As I'll start with this. The major use of cell phone is for communication.
Yeah.
And one of the things that will affect everybody, including the elderly, is that it reduces loneliness. It helps people to keep in touch with people. As an elderly person, you keep in touch with your children, you keep in touch with family, you keep in touch with friends. And a lot of people are always on their phones, even the elderly. Considering the fact that most of the time they really don't have much to do than to be on their own and on their mobile phones. So these mobile phones really assist in the area of communication. The fact that, you have to talk to people and consistently talk to people via calls, text messages, and all. Now, the fact that it has so many advantages, the fact that it's really good with keeping people in touch, it has its bad side, it has its negative effect. One of such negative effect is the introduction of scam, the fact that we now have a whole lot of scams out there.
Yes.
So recently, I have somebody that just got a call, and when they called them, they told them, there is this number that was sent to your phone. You should share it with me. I don't know. They have their strategies. They call you and then ask for something from you.
You mean the scammers?
Yeah, the scammers. So they call you and ask of something from you. So that's one of the effects. Now, when you give them that information, they're able to access certain personal information they shouldn't. Example is they could access your account. Now, there's something called multi-factor authentication. That's things like your account that are very secure.
Your bank account?
Yeah, your bank account.
Wow.
One of the ways they secure your account is that they have multiple ways of confirming that it's you. So when you try to access your account, sometimes they send text message to your phone just to confirm it's you. So these people will call you and ask for those numbers. So it's important to understand that while cell phone is important, it makes life easier. For example, you can use USSD to transfer money to somebody.
Yes.
But with that ease comes the dangers. Which include things like it's easier for someone to defraud, it's easier for someone to scam you, to call you, ask for one number, before you know it, money start leaving your account. We've had a lot of people that have faced this particular challenge, where money will disappear from their account. They don't know how it happens. So these are some of the causes. The fact that someone just call you and you give out information. There's certain information that's supposed to be personal to you. You shouldn't share them with anybody at all. So I've spent quite some time on the negative side, but there are a lot of positive sides. So there are a lot of positive. So the reason why phone is still in existence, I believe, is because the positive side of mobile phone outweighs the negative. So loneliness is a real thing. It's something that is really common among the elderly people. So the fact that mobile phones are in existence, it's a huge plus for them. It has positive impact on their mental health. The fact that they're able to communicate with people, the fact that they are able to watch videos, watch movies. The elderly watch movies. You can watch movies on your phone, you listen to music.
They get entertained.
You get entertained
right there
you
on
listen
the
to radio, get information, good information. And so mobile phone has a lot of positive and negative effects.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Godswill Age. Oh, mobile phone has a lot of positive vibes to the user, particularly the elderly and the aged in the society. Yes. You mentioned all these the disadvantages, the other time, and you said that they can withdraw money, from someone's account through the cell phone.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
how do we now take precaution against that?
Okay, so first, as I said earlier, there are certain information that are meant to be personal. So those information need to remain personal. Someone calls you and tells you there's something
the account
they sent
number
to you.
should be personal to.
Yeah, not account number particularly. Things like your PIN, your password. You shouldn't share
In
them
the
with
bank.
people. Yes.
Okay.
Your maybe ATM PIN. Someone just called you. Oh, for one reason or the other, you should share particular information with them. If you receive SMS from your bank and okay, let me use OTP for example. You
Like
receive
from
an OTP.
strangers, if you don't know the number calling you,
Yes.
of course you don't know that person.
Yes.
Don't even share anything with the person.
Don't share anything
because we
with
don't
them.
know the person.
Exactly. So beside OTPs and things like that, even beside strangers, besides strange numbers, even people that you know, you should be careful the people you share those information with. The truth is this: sometimes the scams and hacks we have are actually from people that are close to us. There's something called social engineering, where the hacker steal information from you based on the fact that they know you. They'll interact with you and collect that information from you, and then use it to get what they want,
From that person.
From that person. So even the people close to us, we should be careful the information we share with them. It's not everything you share with everybody. Your account number and things like that. And then another thing I would like to
The
talk
PIN
about.
number, the code.
The code, yeah. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the type of PIN, the type of password you use. Please, when you're using a PIN, don't use the age of your eldest child or your date of birth or something like that. It's easy for hackers to get those things, those numbers, because they are something that are associated with you, that are linked to you. So many people use date of birth as PIN, and it's not okay. It's very easy for people to actually get those numbers. So use something that is easy for you to remember, but difficult for other people to get.
But what about those who have used, like that date of birth now?
Well,
what can they do now?
Thank you. If you already used a date of birth, maybe the date of the birth of your first child or something as your PIN, I highly recommend you change it. I highly recommend you change it. There are ways of changing it. For example, ATM PIN, you can go to an ATM machine and change it. For things like your phone PIN, change it to something that will be difficult for people to get to. A lot of people, they will steal their phones, and before you know it, they wipe money from their account. It's because some people don't even put protection on their phones. They don't lock their phone. They don't lock their. If it's possible, lock both your phone and your SIM. If you steal my phone, it's okay. Carry the phone and go. They shouldn't access those important things. They shouldn't access like your bank account and things like that.
But how do we do it on the phone? They're looking at you. They're listening and watching you now.
All right.
So how do they do that? How can an elderly person, achieve what you have just told us?
Okay, to change your phone PIN or your SIM PIN, in your phone or SIM settings, there are you have to go to phone settings first. I don't know if I can guide someone.
Please go ahead.
So you go to your phone settings. In the phone settings, you have security settings. For most phones, usually in the security settings, it allows you to change both the PIN or password that you use for your phone. So as I said earlier, I recommend using something that will be difficult for someone to guess.
Yeah.
And the easiest things the hackers normally try to guess is age, dates of birth that are close to you, things like that. The name of somebody, don't use it as a password. It's really not secure. You know. And then there's also a SIM setting within your phone settings that allows you to lock your SIM in case of theft and things like that.
Okay.
Yes. So that's one of the ways you could secure your phone against bad people that want to access this
Access the
information.
phone.
Yes. Another thing is, this is an age of social media, and many people that use things like WhatsApp,
Okay.
you see links and they'll tell you click.
Mm-hmm.
So when you click some of those links, it will take you to sites that are not secured, and they will be able to steal certain information that can be used against you. Another important advantage of using secure passwords is this. People's WhatsApp, Facebook are being hacked.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Messenger.
things like that. They will hack it. When they hack it, they send messages to people like they are from you. You know, they will steal your identity. And when they steal your identity
And defraud your
defraud
contacts.
people, defraud people in your contact.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it destroys your reputation,
Yeah.
and it affects your mental health at the end of the day. So I cannot overemphasize the fact that you should use secure passwords and pins. Don't use passwords and pins that can easily be guessed.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you.
Godswill Age. Now, closeness of the cell phones, to individuals. How good or bad is it, to just, say that? Because we see some of our market women, some of our elderly people, they just throw their phones, they throw it right there inside of them, or some even put it inside their bra, very close to their skin. What is your advice,
Well,
about this?
I'm not a medical expert, but from my background, I don't recommend. Please don't carry your mobile phone and put it in your bra or things like that, because basically when you get calls, what happens is there are radiations. There are radiations, and most of this radiation is harmful to health generally. So you should minimize how close these things are to, especially important parts like your breast, you should keep them away from places like that. Mobile phones could actually also lead to things like you won't be able to sleep, because if you have too much contact, the bright light from mobile phones. Some of us, when I use most of my gadgets, I use glasses to protect me from the rays that come from those gadgets.
The cells, from the cell phone.
Those things could help you see better. You want the light to be very bright so that you can see. So, but whenever
some people even use it as a torch.
Yes, yes. So whenever it's possible, especially when the light is dim, please try and reduce the brightness. They have negative effects on your health.
Reduce the brightness. They have negative effects, on your health. At that point, we want to go for a break. Please don't go away. Do join us later. Thank you.
A Senior Citizens Forum.
Senior Citizens Forum, a special weekly program on Lagos television that addresses the joy and the various challenges of the elderly.
The children that you call in the neighborhood, maybe when you want to do something on your phone, make sure that there are people that are trustworthy in character. Even if you have grandchildren or you have children, wait for the child that you can trust.
The only way you can know whether you have hypertension or not is to measure your blood pressure.
The health policies need to be reviewed to help the senior citizens.
For its sponsorship and advert placement, please contact the LTV Marketing Department or send SMS or call 0802 328 5359 or 0801 3888 1703. Senior Citizens Forum is shown on LTV. Insurance companies, pension fund managers, healthcare providers, pharmaceutical companies, as well as telecommunications network providers are free to sponsor the program or advertise their products at moderate rates.
Yet another edition of Senior Citizens Forum on your dialing station.
A Senior Citizens Forum. It's Senior Citizens Forum.
Well, you're welcome back to Senior Citizens Forum, and Mr. Godswill Agye is still here with all the information we need, in how to use cell phones. Is already telling us about the positive and the negative sides of using cell phones. How can we use it? How can we maintain it? And he was saying something about our eyes and dimming of the light of our cell phones now. So,
all right. So back to what we're saying. So as I was saying,
the light
lights
coming
that
from
comes
the phone,
mobile phones,
Yeah.
they have impact on our eyes, the health of our eyes. So I highly recommend that you reduce the brightness whenever possible. Reduce it to the barest minimum, like the barest minimum that will help you see. And then instead of increasing the brightness of phone, you could, there's a setting in your phone, maybe you meet someone that could help you, because I won't be able to describe some of those things here, yes, that will increase the size of what is on your screen. So in the accessibility setting of most phones, you are able to increase what you see, instead of making it so bright that it will have those effect on you, or your eyes being too close to the screen always. You could increase the size of what's on the screen.
Make it bolder.
Make it bolder, make it
okay.
bigger. Yes.
So when it's bolder, you can see it very well and
Yes,
enjoy whatever you're watching.
And you don't need to move it too
you
close
don't
to your
too close
eyes.
to your eyes, because of your the health of your eyes is being affected, whether you like it or not. So it shouldn't be close to you, just a little bit farther. Aside from that, when we are even listening now to a call, how do we do? Some people don't even know how to do that, because they say it's definitely affecting, the air too. So how can the senior citizens out there, how can they guard against this while they are?
Well, for when taking calls, there are a lot of things. The thing is, mobile phones comes with a lot of dangers, and there are some that are unavoidable. Yeah.
Some will tell you, no, I can't use that thing. I can't put it in my ear. I can't do this. I can't.
Yes. So I recommend, just like we stated about the eyes.
The eyes.
So for your ears too, I'll also recommend taking precautions. So what I recommend generally is minimize how much you use it. We can't avoid using these things.
And you can't avoid taking calls.
You can't avoid taking calls. So whenever possible, if it's possible for it to be far from you, please go ahead. But when it's not possible, just minimize how much contact you have with these things. Yes. Minimize contact. It's just essential.
Minimize the contact. Contact is what we are talking about now, whether the eyes or the ears now, and even with our skin.
Yes, with the skin.
You said some. Then while charging the phone, what are the precautions we are supposed to take?
From the skin, we talked about radiation earlier.
Yeah.
So those radiation, they're not just dangerous for your eyes or your ears, they're also dangerous for your skin.
For your skin.
That's one of the reasons why you shouldn't put those things too close to
inside your body.
Inside your body, because of the impact of those radiation, especially for people that are already aging. So it has impact on their health. So over to when you charge the phone.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend not using your device while charging it. And why is this? Because while it's all so most of the dangers around mobile phones are all around this concept of radiations. So we don't recommend using your device while charging, because it doesn't just affect your health, it also affects the phone's battery health. While if you use your device while charging it, so it reduces the life of the battery.
Like it drains.
Yes. Eventually, it reduces the lifespan.
Okay, of the battery.
Yeah. So your battery eventually won't be that strong anymore. It will start draining really fast. So those are some of the. And then there have been cases of electrocution. Yes. Due to the fact that you were using your phone, some plug it in while sleeping and things like that. So it could actually eventually lead to electrocution. So we highly recommend as I said, I'm not a medical expert.
Yeah, you
but,
said so. You're an ICT expert. So.
Okay. So from my perspective, from my area of, I don't recommend charging your phone while using it because of some of those effects. The effect on the mobile phone itself, and then your health.
And when you want to sleep, elders, when you want to sleep, now listen to your son, your grandson, listen to him. Where do we place our phones when we want to sleep? Some will say, I want to receive international call. No, let me put it beside my pillow. Or let me put it down beside the bed, or things like that. Where do we place our phones when we want to sleep?
Please, if it's possible, when you want to sleep, turn off your phone. But if it's not possible, if you have to keep it on, keep it as far away from your bed as possible because of those radiations. How putting your phone under a pillow will, you are placing your head on that same pillow. So those radiation will definitely affect your body. They will affect those parts that are in close contact with the mobile phone, where you keep the mobile phone. So please, keep your phone away from your sleeping area. As far as possible from your sleeping area.
As far as possible. Thank you so much, Mr. Godswill again.
Thank you.
Yes, I now pray that God will always lead you aright.
Thank you.
And I say longevity is a portion in Jesus' mighty name. Now, elders, just make sure you turn off your phones when you want to sleep. Don't put it under your pillow. It is not just good, it is very, very dangerous. That's what your grandson has just told us on the program. And we thank him for coming up on Senior Citizens Forum today. It's very, very good to use a cell phone. Definitely you make your contacts, send messages, get entertained, on the phone. But there are so many things that definitely go wrong with you, particularly talking about the radiation. And your health and your hair, your eyes and your hair health is equally important. So let's keep to all what Mr. Age have told us on the program today, and we stay healthy for life while we use our cell phones responsibly. And we get the desired effect of the cell phone and whatever we want it to do for us. Well, that's about all. That's the size of the program today. Till next week, by the special grace of God, when we hope to bring you another topic on Senior Citizens Forum. It's bye for now. Keep helping yourselves and make sure you live well. Bye.
So hard, they are the senior citizens, they are the pensioners, and they deserve their affection. They have wisdom, they have passion, they have vision, they should be encouraged even on their own.